Welcome to my YouTube channel Science and Innovative, and today I am going to explain how to design a SMPS transformer. Okay, so friends, this is very important topic. Nobody will tell how to design this SMPS transformer. Okay, so to design the SMPS transformer and how that SMPS transformer is working, we will know first. Okay, so to drive the SMPS transformer, we require one driver circuit. So if you see here, this I am using this as a driver circuit for the drive this SMPS transformer. Okay, so this driver I am using as a SG3525. Okay, this IC, and after the transformer we have to make rectification if we require the DC supply. So this I am using the rectifier circuit. This is, you can see, this is the rectifier circuit. In this is the full bridge diode. So this diode you have to choose as a fast recovery diode. Okay, otherwise it will not work. If it is within the 400 hertz, then it is okay only. Okay, but more than 400 hertz, then we have to choose a high frequency recovery diode. Okay, and as per the current rating. So here I am using a E type of ferrite core, okay, to design this transformer, because we have to choose a ferrite core for the high frequency transformer. You can choose a steel core also, okay, as per the your frequency requirement. Okay, so we'll start this how to design a transformer. So SMPS transformer design calculation. Okay, so in the transformer, this is the transformer. If you see, this is the transformer, this is the section, and this from here it is cross section portion. Okay, so in the transformer I shown here, this is the transformer. If you see, this is the E type of transformer. If you put 2E, it become a full portion like this. Okay, so in the transformer we have to find out the cross sectional area. So cross sectional area we have to find out from the this where we have to wind. So this I am doing the winding on this limbs. Okay, so this limbs cross section area we have to find out. So this cross section area is AC. Okay, and the AC here I choose a round type circular cross section area. You can choose a rectangular also. So this is my cross section area. To design the transformer, this is the very important parameter, dimension of the transformer. Okay, so to design the transformer, how we have to calculate the number of turns and primary turns and the secondary turns, I will explain here. Okay, so let us assume my transformer input voltage I am giving 100 volt AC. Okay, so whatever the DC value, how much DC, VDC is equal to √2 multiplied by 100. Okay, let us assume this came 141 VDC. Okay, this is my DC voltage. Here you can use a 230 volt also. No, as your depending on the your input supply. Okay, so this VDC we have to find out, and how much again we have to make it output. So how much output voltage is there? Let us assume I want a 10 volt output. Okay, 10 volt. So we have to design a transformer. The transformer rating is 100 or 141 divided by 10 volt transformer I have to make, SMPS transformer I have to make. Okay, so how we will calculate the number of turns in the primary and secondary, I will explain here. So the formula for the calculation of the primary turns and secondary turns, so primary turns NP is equal to V in DC. So V in DC is this VDC multiplied by 10 to the power 8 divided by your 4. This 4 factor is depending on the square wave and sine wave. If the voltage is the sine wave, sine, so we have to use 4.44. If the square wave, so we have to use 4. Okay, so 4 multiplied by the frequency means switching frequency. At what frequency you are going to switch, because this SMPS transformer required a switching frequency at which we are going to switch the MOSFET through this driver IC, whatever I shown you. Okay, SG352525. Okay, so this is the switching frequency multiplied by the flux density B multiplied by the cross-sectional area of the core. So this cross-sectional area we have find out from the core only, and this B value we have to choose as per the requirement, as per the core maximum saturation flux density. So for the, if you see the data sheet of the core, you will find out the maximum saturation flux density. So let us assume this is 0.38 Tesla. They given maximum saturation, so you have to choose minimum value as per your loss calculations. So I will choose here 1800. So you have choose 1800. So with the help of this formula, we know the switching frequency. The unit is hertz only. This B is Gauss unit, and this AC is mm square. Okay, so this AC means cross sectional area of the core is square, millimeter square. Okay, with the help of this we can easily calculate the number of ton with the help of this formula, with the help of this much inputs value. Okay, now we will calculate the secondary turns. How we will calculate the secondary turns? So to calculate the secondary turns, we will find out the voltage per turn. Okay, so voltage per turn, voltage per turn. If you find out this voltage per turn, that is equal to V by N. Okay, so how we will calculate the voltage per turn? We know the VDC. We used VDC is 141 divided by number of turns. Number of turns for the primary we have calculated from the formula, which is I explained before. Vp is equal to VDC multiplied by 10 to the power 8 into F into B into A into 4. Okay, from this formula we can calculate the P. So from the P, let us assume this is P only. Okay, this VDC is, so I am writing here VDC only 141. Vp we have calculated. Let us assume for the calculation this came is 10 or 8 and number of turns. So I will write here 10. Okay, so this came is equal to 1.41. Okay, so volt per ton means volt per ton. For the 1 turn you will got this much volt. For the 1 turn, if you give the 1 turn will drop this much voltage. So how much we required for the secondary we will calculate. So same, we know V in, we will make one formula. V in VDC is equal to, again V new we will put, V new by V N new. Okay, this formula I made. Okay, so we know this factor V by N, we will calculate from this section. Okay, and now we will calculate this. So in place of this V in, we know V in DC we can write. Okay, Vn is number of turns in the primary, which is we have calculated. Okay, then V new is V output, whatever we want. Okay, N new is the secondary. Ns we have to find out. So from this formula, Ns is equal to V out into N primary divided by V DC. Okay, from this formula we got the value of Ns. Okay, so we got Ns, we got Np. Okay, so in the transformer, how we will wind the transformer? This core will take, this is the core. On this core limb, first we'll put insulation. Okay, after insulation we will wind the first primary turns, number of turns, whatever we have calculated from the formula V and P. So V in, we can write V in this here we are giving the voltage, and there this is the primary, so NP is equal to whatever we find out from the formula. So NP is equal to whatever we find out from the formula. So this NP, let us assume this came for 10 value 10. Okay, from here it got us, we calculated it is 10, so NP we have calculated. So now we will wind the secondary turns. So secondary turns we will wind after the insulation. So first we will put one insulation layer, then we will wind the secondary turns on the insulation, and the number of secondary turns is depending on this value, we can calculate from here. So this is my NS and this is my V out. Okay, from this we can easily wind my transformer, SMPS transformer. Okay, so in this way or in this manner we can design our homemade SMPS transformer. It is very easy if you design as per the my calculations. Okay, thank you. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe my channel, and for the latest video please subscribe so that you can find out the latest videos and this type of the calculation for the other things. Okay, thank you, bye bye.